What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the MuzzleBroke channel, and we're doing a quick one today showing you real fast how to install any sort of mil-spec AK trigger. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. There's just a couple of tips and tricks that I found to really make this process a lot easier, and we're going to walk you through the steps, so perfect video for beginners. We are using the RPK today, which is an AKM variant, so same trigger install. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our trigger and the trigger pin. Trigger is just going to sit right down in this groove. We're going to grab our trigger pin, and we're going to put this wide end on the left-hand side of the gun, line everything up, and slide it in. And that'll kind of snap into place, and that trigger should just kind of be flopping around in there. Now at this point, it's important to note that this trigger pin is not held in by anything, so it is helpful to kind of keep a finger on this trigger pin if you're flopping the gun this way. From here, we're going to go ahead and install the hammer. This is kind of where I have one of the most important tips and tricks to this install. So the hammer is going to be installed in this direction with this curved face pointing forward. What we have to do is grab these two tails here and kind of bend them back and over onto the hammer as so. And we're going to need to do that with both of these tails, just like that. At this point, you could go ahead and install the hammer, but I can tell you from experience, these tails here are very finicky and they can very easily pop off and smack the hell out of your hand. So I found if you just grab a zip tie and zip tie around this piece to keep these tails in place, or even a rubber band or a piece of tape works really well, and just secure that down like this, it just makes your day a lot easier. With that curved end facing forward, we slide this into the gun. And we're going to line that up with that pinhole. Go ahead and grab our other pin, slide that in from the left to the right side of the gun. Boom, there we go. So at this point, we both have our trigger and hammer installed. Again, the trigger and the hammer pin are not really retained by anything, so just make sure those don't fall out. So for the little shepherd's crook itself, there are two indentions on this piece that correlate to two indentions on the trigger and the hammer pin. And you can kind of see that indention right there that's going to slide in this groove, and then you can see an indention right here that's going to slide in this groove. So that's how these pieces are going to sit in the gun once we slide the shepherd's crook in. All we got to do now is go on the left-hand side of the receiver and slide the shepherd's crook in. So pushing this shepherd's crook forward will seat on that hammer pin, and then we just push it down so that rear piece sits on that trigger pin there. Okay, from this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut my zip tie off, and then these hammer legs will very easily snap back into place if you just kind of let them go here. And that's what happens if you don't zip tie it. You bang the hell out of your fingers. But you can see those two little legs there sitting appropriately over the trigger mechanism. From here, the last thing we need to do is just go ahead and put the safety back. You can see we have this kind of key-shaped pattern that is going to fit in with our key-shaped pattern safety. Going to go ahead and insert this vertically so those pins fit right through. So kind of difficult to see, but you'll see that this pin in the safety will fit through this hole in the shepherd's crook and come out this side of the receiver. So play around a little bit, get all those pieces to fit, and that should just pop right in for us when we're at the correct orientation, just like that. From this point, you can go ahead and do a function check of the gun. So we're going to move that hammer to the back, put it on safe, trigger does not fire. If we put it in one of the firing positions, if we pull that trigger, that hammer should release just like that. We'll go ahead and keep our finger down on the trigger, push that hammer back, and then the reset, and then hammer fire. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and reassemble the AKM. And we're all set. Another quick function check. So bolt cycles to the rear. We're on safe, no bang. We're on fire, bang. Bolt cycles to the rear, release, reset, bang. That's all there is to it, man. So pretty easy video today, but I hope this can help someone out. I know I definitely struggled with this when I was kind of beginning on the AK platform. If you guys could hit me with a subscribe to the MuzzleBroke channel, I really would appreciate it. Every subscribe does really mean a lot to me, and we have some pretty awesome stuff on the channel, and I would love for you to be a part of our amazing subscriber community. I appreciate you guys watching this. Hopefully this was helpful to some of y'all, and I will catch you guys at the next MuzzleBroke video.